and he's one of our very own Redondo Beach Unified School District students. He is the co-inventor of the patented dual-handle umbrella called the Duo, and he is a freshman at Redondo Union High School. He actually began his business journey at the age of 7 with an idea for a device that would make sharing an umbrella safe and simple. And he actually got his start at the Invention Convention. And over here you have some ideas displayed from this year's students who participated in that. And he presented his ideas in high school. And he continued to ascend through these various layers and levels of Invention Convention, where he ultimately went to the national level. He won the most original award in the country among 147,000 participants. And he was second place among all 7th graders in the entire country. So, so impressive. He was eventually invited to participate in the Global Invention Convention, placing in the top 1/10% of 1% of the entire world. So basically, super impressive. You've had a very exciting couple of years. He has partnered with a manufacturer to actually make and distribute his umbrella. And perhaps most excitingly, just this past January, he appeared on an episode of the Shark Tank, where he ultimately landed a deal with shark Robert Herjavec. I don't know if any of you saw the episode where he got his deal. Yeah, we have some Shark Tank fans in the audience. So it's fair to say he's had an exciting couple of years, and we're so excited to welcome him today to share his experience with you. So I'm going to ask him some questions, and then we're going to welcome questions from the audience as well. Nathaniel, why don't you come on up here? Let's give him a round of applause. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to be kind of casual here, friends. I have some questions, but we also want to hear from you all if you have some things you'd like to ask. Do you want to start by showing us? I think it might be actually cool. Would you like, it's okay to open an umbrella outside. So yeah, open your umbrella and kind of show us like the features so that everyone can kind of see what the Duo is all about.
Okay, thank you. This is the Duo, the world's first umbrella for 2 people. You open it up, it automatically opens, and then if you pull on the strap at the bottom, the second handle comes down up to a foot of length that you'll be able to lock into place at different lengths. So 2 people can hold it at the same time. There'll be 1 person on each side. So if I'm holding it like this and I have a friend or someone I'm hanging out with, maybe a parent on the other side, and we share it and stay comfortable in the rain together under the 54-inch brim and walk safely together in the rain without getting wet.
Pretty amazing, right guys? Such a great idea. I'm actually going to start with some questions. We have a question jar in the back. I feel like the kids put it best, so I thought we'd kind of start with them and kind of hear what they have to say. Courtney asked you, I wonder, how did you get the idea for a Duo umbrella, and why did you think it would be a good invention?
Thank you. Well, awesome. Thank you, Courtney. That's a great question. So it all started when I was 7. I was walking in the rain with my dad to school, and he brought an umbrella just in case it rained, but we didn't think it would. And in the middle of our trek to school, it started pouring so hard, and all my stuff was getting soaked, my PB&J in my backpack, and all of my school supplies, all of my papers, my dad, I was getting soaked. We didn't even feel safe under this small, tiny umbrella trying to share it at the same time. I was so short, I couldn't even keep up with him. I thought, what if I had a second handle? What if I had something to hold on to? So at age 7, I came up with the Duo, a dual handle umbrella for 2. And I sawed selfie sticks into umbrellas with my dad. We taped them on using Gorilla Tape, and we tried it in the rain. It worked. The dual handle umbrella for 2 people worked in the rain. So the Duo was born, and after that, we've just been moving with this since.
Okay, I want to build on that a little bit. One of the students asked a question, like, how did it feel when you made it and it actually worked? Can you describe that feeling for the kids here? They might be inspired to invent something of their own.
Great, thank you, sorry about that. Of course, so when it finally worked, I mean, that was one of my ideas when I came up when I was little. You guys have, I'm sure, tons of ideas. You're always coming up with stuff. You're so creative. And when you actually try it out, I encourage you to, because sometimes it will work and it'll be something you fall in love with, something you feel passionate about. That's yours. That's something you get to work with. When the duo worked in the rain with my dad, I really thought I had something there, and it turns out we do it. It's live now on theduo.com, and that could be you guys too. Every single time you think of something, think about it. Can this help people? Who can I reach out to? Is this a big enough problem? And if you answer those questions, you're passionate enough, you have the drive, you have the fuel to go forward, you got this. There's nothing stopping you. Or at least trying it out. Go after it. Hustle. You got this.
That was great advice. Yeah, that is definitely worth. I think that grown-ups could use that advice too. So thank you. I feel so inspired. We've got some Invention Convention friends here today, and this is an annual competition that starts at the school level, right? And it kind of goes up to national and globally. And we have some friends here today who might be inspired to participate in that. So I guess I want to talk to you a little bit about how you decided to bring the duo to the Invention Convention, what that process was like, maybe what was most exciting about it, or just, you know, something about that experience in particular that you may want to share with this group as they think about how they can present their own ideas at a school convention like ours.
Of course. I just want to start with a shout out to the Invention Convention. I think that is the best program for kid inventors, entrepreneurs, anybody ambitious to get into the business world. It's amazing. It's not all about the invention, but it's also about the convention and the people you meet there. Everything about it, it's amazing. You fall in love with the Invention Convention. I'm sure you will if you do it. But you meet people who are like you, who have the same goals, who want to help you, who have learned, who you can help. And it's really more of a community than just a convention. So originally entering in the Invention Convention though, I thought it was just something like a school science fair. And when I looked at what you had to do it with my dad, it looked like a lot of work. I didn't even know if I was up for it. I mean, you have to make poster boards and you have to make all kinds of booklets and put together every piece of information you have on your idea and do interviews. I thought it was too much. I didn't even know if I had the energy to get that all done. But sitting in a Five Guys parking lot with my dad getting hot dogs at 10 o'clock at night, I said, let's go for it. Let's do this. And I never looked back from then. We got into the Invention Convention. We got past the hard part, creating everything. And from there, it's just enjoyment. You enter, you pitch to the judges, you get better, and even if you don't make it far, it's really just a learning experience. Everything you get from the Invention Convention is so much more valuable than just an award you would get at a higher level. But when we did move into a higher level, when I got past the school and the regional and the state levels, I went to the nationals. That's when it really got big, and when I won some awards and I started reaching out to companies a little even before then. So it just proves that with ambition and with drive, you really can accomplish anything. We at the Duo are really looking forward to what happens next.
That's amazing. You talk a little bit about reaching out to companies, and this is something that was in your Shark Tank episode, right? So I think Mark Cuban was really impressed that you made a cold call, right? And that's how you found your manufacturer. That's pretty impressive. So can you share with these kids here how you decided to find a possible manufacturer and got over maybe some nerves, or maybe you weren't nervous, maybe you're just this like calm, cool, collected guy, but how did that feel picking up the phone, and how did you decide to make that phone call that really seems like it changed everything for you?
Thank you. Well, all along the entire journey, I was nervous. I really didn't know what to do at stages, and I was scared because I didn't think I'd have doorways open for me just because I was a kid. The truth is, though, that a lot more doors open than you think at a young age. When you're talking to these companies, when you reach out to people, you have sort of an opening because of your young age, your ambition at such a young age. People really respect it, they see it. So after the regional competition, my dad and I decided, oh, I think we have enough to start reaching out to some companies about really making this thing real. So I reached out to maybe 10, 20 companies, and the one that got back to me, which, I mean, even as a kid, it's so hard to reach out to people, was Shed Rain, and they actually got back to me because not only did we have a patent, but because I was so ambitious about an umbrella as a kid. They had never seen something like that before. So after reaching out to Shed Rain, I built a relationship with their CEO, and we've been working on designing the Duo ever since then, through Shark Tank, through all kinds of updates, and all kinds of bringing it to market. We really created the Duo. Not even this is just a prototype. This is a model that's 3D, but into what it's going to be released today, this summer.
So we can get that umbrella starting this summer, like, is available to the public to order, is that right?
Of course.
Okay.
Duo.com.
At theduo.com, friends. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up here shortly. Does anyone in the audience have a question that we haven't asked? I see a hand raised in the front. Would you like to come up and ask it?
Does the Duo have multiple colors?
Yes, we do. So we have a retro blue color, which is like a light sky blue. We have a midnight color, which is black, and then we have stone, which is like a slate gray, like a lighter gray. Personally, my favorite is the slate gray, the stone. I think it's just a really nice color when the rain hits it. But otherwise, yeah, I think the retro blue is also very cool. Thank you, man.
Probably fun picking out all the colors, huh?
Oh yeah, that helped because I had my mom, my sister, and my dad, so they helped with the influence of the colors. They picked some great ones with us.
Okay, there's another. I saw a question in the back there, you think? Yeah, okay. You want to come on up and ask it?
Is there any challenges that you faced?
That's a great question. It's nothing but challenges when you get into business and when you're an entrepreneur. It's really something you gotta come across, and that's when it comes down to you, right? There's no way to prevent a challenge. I mean, for me with the Duo, assembling umbrellas from the start was challenging, taping things together. I didn't know if I had the guts to reach out to companies or even get into the Invention Convention. And then the entire time, I mean, it's so nerve-wracking. Shark Tank, I was so scared. I can't even tell you how terrified I was. I was shaking. And I didn't even know if I wanted to go on the show. I mean, it was something I had watched my entire life. I didn't even know if I wanted to be one of the people up there, but a lot of it's mental, a lot of it's physical challenges that you need to get past, whether it's the pricing, or reaching out to people, building relationships, problems with IP, which is patents, intellectual property. There are nothing but challenges within business, and as you keep going, you get better and better at handling them. So that was a great question. Thank you.
Great. I'm gonna bring this mic over here.
Exactly, like, what were some of the ways that you got past your challenges?
Great follow-up question. A lot of it is mental for me. It's hard to motivate yourself when you're facing a challenge that you don't think you can get by, or it's a challenge that only stands in front of you, right? It might not be for the whole business. And for me, a lot of that was mental. Going on Shark Tank, going into the Invention Convention, pitching to judges, knowing my stuff, knowing my numbers, right? It's all mental, and you really have to callous your mind, make yourself stronger on your own. And I mean, I can't even tell you how much love and support from my family. It's been a world of support I can't even tell you how much they've helped me through all of this. And when you have a great family, you have people, which all of you guys do here in the South Bay, and you're working hard yourself, and you really have passion, you believe in your idea, and you believe in what you're standing for, you won't have a problem getting past challenges. Any of you guys can accomplish anything. You really can.
I think we can do a few more minutes, yeah?
Who's next? Or you could just stand up and ask him. Yeah. Do you want to stand up and ask?
How'd you make it?
The duo was originally assembled by selfie sticks and umbrellas. My dad and I would spend hours in the winter and in the summer drilling selfie sticks into the umbrellas and sawing up the tops of the selfie sticks. You can't mount a phone on it anymore, but it comes out from an umbrella and it slides down to the telescopic pole. And then gorilla taping or gluing them all together. There have been so many prototypes and revisions we've had to make. It's insane. But it all started with selfie sticks, umbrellas, and gorilla tape, and it's turned into a real product today.
That's amazing. Okay, I think we'll do one more question. Okay.
What character were you?
Oh, can you elaborate?
What do you mean by-
elaborate?
I think you're.
What do you mean by what character?
Oh, no. Like, so he was himself. Maybe she's asking you.
So, Shark Tank, you're not a character. You go on to pitch your business on your own as yourself, which is really the scariest part for me. Just being myself on there, because it's so nerve-wracking just seeing all the people on TV and meeting them in person. I mean, I didn't even know what to think. I was so scared. So in that way, I kind of was a character because I wasn't completely myself. I was so terrified of screwing up or making a mistake in front of everybody that I ever knew, or being embarrassed, or just anything could have gone wrong. And again, like you guys all said, there's always challenges, and you have to get past those challenges. That's the big question: how am I going to get past this next one? But in that way, actually, you're right. I had to be a character. I had to be on in the moment as a businessman, which is something that I'm learning how to do every single day, and I hope to be better at it every single day too.
Amazing. Well, we're going to wrap it up for now. I think we're all feeling very inspired by you, Nathaniel. You had some great advice. I hope you all will consider joining us back in about 15-20 minutes, where we're going to talk a little bit more about specifically your Shark Tank experience and kind of go into that a little bit more in depth. And if you had a question, you can ask it at that time. Let's give Nathaniel and also his amazing dad, Alex, who's here, a round of applause. Awesome dad, awesome kid duo. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in a bit.
This is the Invention Pavilion, and this is your Invention corner, Kyle. Okay, I'm gonna still videoing. This is PASS, the pedestrian automatic safety system you're presenting. These are the promotional materials for Invention Convention. No. The crayon saver. The Owl Pathfinder. Portable filter. Look at that. Okay.